Alright everyone, come on. Button I'm an assassin and we are back with some more Vampyr. So let's go have a little word with Lord Redgrave and then have a sleep because we've got a hell of a lot of experience and that is really going to help us progress in this game because, well, at the moment I'm struggling to beat some of the vampires because they're just too powerful. Oh shit. Oh, you're here.
Elizabeth, what are you doing here?
I've been formally asked to witness your triumph, my dear. After all, isn't it the natural role of a woman to support her man in victory?
Oh,
But it's you
you're her
who
man.
insisted I join the Ascalon.
Please forgive my giddiness. I'm just overcome by the thrill of finally being allowed within these hallowed halls.
You certainly have an inquisitive mind. It's quite something.
Still haven't cleaned up.
Elizabeth Ashbury, only you can make me smile in these difficult times.
And the
Thanks,
same
man.
to you, Johnathon Reid. Now go have your little chat with the chairman. I can see he's practically bursting to hear your report.
I want to talk
We'll
to
talk
you.
later, Jonathan.
Oh. By you, Lurch.
Lord Redgrave can play with the brave all he wants, but I won't put a foot outside until the Pre-Wen end their hunt.
Whatever. By you.
Always a pleasure to see you, sir.
Oh, yes, it's you. Who are you?
I must admit the Guard of Pre-Wen impressed me.
Hutchins.
We repelled the intruders for now. I personally went patrolling last night in the West End, and I spotted at least 2 foreign. This is an outrage. We shall chase these.
Lord Redgrave is outside almost every night for war.
Amazing. Hello, Lord Redgrave. It's so good to see you again. I missed you, dear boy. How are you?
Welcome back to the Ascalon Club, Lance-Bearer. Please tell us the good news.
Ish.
Have you put an end to the epidemic?
My hypothesis was correct. Doris Fletcher was the source of the contagion in this part of town. She was probably the first to be infected.
And you cleansed her before the hunters, I've been told. Well done, Dr. Reid.
Thank you.
You thrust your lance and pierced the very heart of the corruption.
But some questions remain.
The important thing is, we won a major battle for the survival of London. For that, we salute you.
Thank you, my lord.
Now, I have another task for you. One of the utmost importance. Perhaps even more so than the previous.
I'm listening.
It's time for you to perform a most sacred duty for the club. I want you to recruit a new vampire.
Recruit
Jesus.
a new vampire? Are you sending me on some sort of diplomatic mission?
Not exactly. I want you to make Aloysius Dawson the Ekon he deserves to be.
Aloysius Dawson. Who is that? I'm gonna have a little look because I can't remember who it is. Aloysius Dawson. Is that the old boy? Ah.
I'm not sure I'm the best candidate for such a task.
I can hear the hesitation in your voice, Dr. Reid. I admire a man of principles. But in this matter, there is more at stake than your moral comfort.
It's
what we
not a
want.
moral question, Lord Redgrave. It's the responsibility of giving immortality to a man I barely know.
Nonsense. Aloysius has been a member of the Ascalon for years.
What can you do
This
it?
is but the fruition of a long-held plan.
How would you like me to proceed?
Aloysius is waiting for you at the Dawson estate. Once the deed is done, I'll join you there to celebrate this momentous occasion.
Before I go, I have a few questions.
All right, I'm listening.
How would you like me to proceed?
Don't worry. Aloysius has had many years to prepare himself. He has studied our kind for decades.
So shall I just let him drink my blood?
Yes. Aloysius will gratefully sup on your blood. His heart will slow, then stop. But he will rise again as one of us, an immortal.
What if he doesn't?
Is there any danger?
Our blood alters a mortal body so deeply that some don't survive the metamorphosis. They die for good. But Mr. Dawson has been preparing himself for a long time.
Why Aloysius Dawson?
Because he is about to die. And he just may be the most influential man in England. After me, of course.
Did he choose me?
No, I did. My decision is very recent, to say the least, but it is entirely mine.
Does he know I'm coming?
He can't wait to become your progeny, Dr. Reid. Especially
Can he?
now that you have shown how strong your lineage is through your sister.
You invited Lady Ashbury. Wouldn't that be breaking one of your cardinal rules? No women allowed.
Not allowed as members, no. But considering the circumstances, I thought you'd like to have her here to witness your triumph.
So it's a temporary admittance, then.
Something of a bargain, considering the crisis.
He
we're
seems to
currently
speak
facing.
very out of turn, Jonathan. Like he's
Goodbye,
not pleased with what they've got to say.
Understandable.
Goodbye, look.
Oh, shillings.
Are you all right, Jonathan?
Lord Redgrave has just ordered me to turn Aloysius Dawson. To make him my progeny.
I see. And how do you feel about this?
I'd like your advice on the matter.
The real question here is, why has his lordship given you this task?
Do you think it's some sort of trap?
Do you really want to know what I think about this?
Yes.
I do, yes.
To make an immortal of a soulless blackguard like Aloysius Dawson will only lead to a disaster for London. The man is already dead inside.
Should I refuse? Perhaps politely suggest that Lord Redgrave turn the man into a vampire himself.
Don't you dare, my dear. According to what I've recently discovered, his lordship could kill you for even broaching the subject.
Really? Why?
I've recently found proof that the Earl of Bristol is of lesser lineage, and only capable of creating skulls.
Whoa.
Please tell me more about your recent investigation.
As long as you lower your voice.
Okay.
Are you sure your information about Redgrave is correct? He says he's the progeny of the great knight William Marshall, who lived some 9 centuries ago.
That's a lie. Lord Redgrave is unable to create anything but skulls, if the poor souls survive at all.
How can you be sure the information was correct?
I made the acquaintance of a most interesting informer while investigating your maker, from whom I learned the truth about Lord Redgrave.
Why so vindictive? You suddenly sound like you're angry.
Forgive me, Jonathan. I hate myself for it, but I feel such pride in my discovery. I'm afraid I just can't help it.
Which is?
He did serve William Marshall. And yes, the blood he covets as a token does truly belong to that legendary knight. But he was never his progeny. His lineage is not so noble.
What would you have me do about Dawson?
The man is dangerous. Did you know he plans to build a wall to separate the healthy rich from the sickly poor? Do not make him your progeny.
What would you do?
The man's dying already. Let the Reaper harvest the rotten fruit that is his soul.
What would happen if I made Dawson an Ekon like myself?
You would add a powerful immortal into a suffering world. An immortal who already craves authority.
Maybe I could teach him control, like you taught me. Lead him down the right path.
Mr. Dawson spent his life searching for a way to cheat death. I'm sure he has spent decades dreaming of how he'd spend eternity as a tyrant.
I trust her, but I feel like
Elizabeth.
Goodbye,
you're
my dear.
made to trust
Please,
her, and I'm
be
gonna
careful.
completely regret it, and she's actually the big bad guy. No, I kind of agree that I shouldn't make him my protege. I'm gonna send him to you.
Understandably, you have
good.
Alright, let's see what options it gives us, because honestly, I'm not being funny, but I actually don't mind going against them, because, I don't know, I'm just not a fan of these guys. They're vampires, man. I mean, do they want what's best for London, or what's best for them in London? I don't know.
It looks like vampires have to obey Mendel's laws when producing progeny. Powers pass from one generation to another. That's why Dawson wants me to sire him.
I'm gonna go sleep. I just want to check that I've saved everyone in these saving. Healthy, 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 dead. Healthy, 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 healthy. Recovering, healthy, recovering, healthy, recovering, recovering, healthy, recovering, healthy, 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 recovering, healthy, recovering, healthy, healthy. Healthy, 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 healthy. I thought with that boss fight it was going to let me choose whether to let her live or die, and I was going to kill her this time, not gonna ask, but recovering, healthy, healthy, healthy. Oh, I have found everyone except him. Healthy, healthy. Ah, he's the pillar. Healthy, healthy, healthy. Nice.
Die, vermin!
Nah, fuck it. Oh. Okay. That's kind of a waste going all that way to open that. It didn't give you a huge amount, not like a really rare resource that you can't get. I don't think, anyway. Yeah. 240, baby. Damage. Solid metal gear. Blood absorption. 10, 10, 10, 15. Okay, so that goes to 15 blood absorption. And that one goes to 18 blood absorption. Baby! I've basically made that null and void now. That's as good as it could be. That's just oh yeah, I did. I think. Oh right, that's because it is level 4 on the brink. Boom, baby. Looking good. That was this purple. Can't do anything with that. Well, I may as well try and upgrade everything to max. Soon I've got everything pretty much up to max anyway, you know what I mean? I guess that'll do then. Just got to do that. 35 stun. Sleep time. In my own house. Yeah, boy! Ooh. You trade the instant health gain greater. Oh wait, is that a completely separate path, or does it link with that? I don't really know. Weird. I think that's an additional. Where's my stamina? Ah, 0. I don't really have any need for biting anymore. But almost don't really. Ooh, max stamina, baby. Oh, look at that. Oh, I'm looking beast now, I reckon. Hopefully everyone's a lot. Shit. Well, that failed those quests, didn't it? It was impossible. There was no way. I could have taken them out though. I just wasn't strong enough to take them on. Ah, that's shit, innit? Oh, I didn't look at the other people. Oh, fine. He's a bit under the weather. Quite a few in Whitechapel. The prices and stocks on formation in this district may have changed. Damn it, I can't believe I failed those quests. Kimura Tadao. Louise Tisdale. No! Gutted. Absolutely gutted. Oh, look at that stamina, baby. You ain't stand a chance. Oh boy.
Get back in the grave!
Oh, stamina for days.
All countries unite!
Good evening, Miss Ashbury.
And good evening.
What do you know about Aloysius Dawson?
That man is a tyrant. The embodiment of greed and selfishness. All I despise about this country.
Do you need my medical attention, Charlotte?
Indeed. Unlike you and my mother, I can still become ill.
I'm
Cannot
so
imagine
annoyed
how
that I've just
relieved I'd be to catch a cold again.
My mother
annoyed
once
that I
told
let
me
her
the
die.
same thing.
Those two people, and there's nothing I
Wonder
can
if
do
she's
about it.
what it feels like to be ill.
You're not strong enough to do it. What do you want
Goodbye,
me to do?
Charlotte.
No?
Give my best regards to your mother when you see
You're
her.
an annoyance.
She's been quite busy these.
Well, let's go try and save Emily. We got the other side. Is that past time and there's no... No. Jesus. Yeah. That is how you do it. Oh, can I actually look at the body now? Well, you deserve, bitch. Oh, I think we just died. Right. Oof, look at that increase.
It could be someone you know.
Women of all countries unite!
Good evening, Miss Ashbury.
And goody.
I have found out what happened to your friend, Emily.
I can handle the truth. There's no need to hide the bloody details.
Your friend was planning to become a vampire. She thought she'd met an honest one and made a deal with him. Unfortunately, Emily did not survive the process.
My mother told me many times about the risks of being turned. I often suspected she exaggerated the danger to avoid me being tempted.
No, the risk is real. Have you any idea what a body has to endure? To become an organism entirely consumed by its need to process and recombine blood.
I should never have talked to Emily about vampires. I never thought she'd actually try it without me. Thank you, sir. Here, take this for your discretion.
Ooh,
Goodbye, Charlotte.
5-star, nice.
Give my best regards to your mother when you see her.
She's been quite busy these...
Yeah.
No civilians allowed.
Oh man, I love the shark cats. Alright. Him. Right. I can go take that braille, but
Good evening.
You look ill, Miss Swanborough. I wonder if your concoction...
I have no doubt it will. But I'm not against a second opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Reid?
yeah.
Well, there you have it. Take this remedy, but be discreet. It may damage your business otherwise.
Thank you.
Goodbye, Miss Swan.
I believe she's sort of done this way.
I'm so sorry.
Ah, there you are.
Good evening, Zhao Shun.
Wang Shanghao, Dr. Reid. It's good to see you again.
How do you feel? Physically speaking, I mean.
I don't feel good, Dr. Reid. Not at all.
You should recover quickly after taking this.
Thank you, Doctor.
Goodbye for now.
And 3 more, including the priest I really don't like. He's a little shit.
Please, I don't have your money.
You again?
Can I offer you my medical expertise, Mr. Peterson?
Keep your medicines for others.
There is a thin line between pride and stupidity, sir. Please take this medication. You'll feel better.
All right. I'll take it then. It's not like I don't appreciate the gesture.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? Do you need help, sir?
To be honest, I'd prefer you take a look at my stuff. I'd rather be rich and sick than the contrary.
I don't quite agree, but I won't argue with you. Please, take this. You'll feel better.
Really? Free?
They're both suffering from
Don't take it
fatigue.
personally, but charity usually comes at a price. Human nature being what it is.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
Oh, old favourite.
Good evening.
It's far.
Don't you fear getting sick yourself?
Faith gives me all I need, my son. If I must fall, then so be it.
Yeah.
No doubt your faith will prevail, but let me give you some extra protection against the devil's work. Medicine.
Blessed be your generosity, my son.
I have had enough for tonight.
They're all suffering with fatigue, aren't they? Oh, that's a good point. What are they all at? Wow. Serious. Ah, hospital's healthy. Whitechapel was serious. And, wow, West End's serious.
No better!
Good evening, Mr. Swanborough.
Is it you, Dr. Reid? Please come in.
Ah, thank you.
How do you see the world these days?
I've got some more braille for you.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Here is another page of the diary we were talking about.
Ah, now we're talking. Ingredients, dosages, dangers, and side effects. This is it.
Is the diary complete now?
No. The author tested his work in a hidden laboratory. We must find out where it was. Please, find me more pages, Doctor.
Goodbye, Mr. Swanborough. I'll leave you now.
Tell me, how do you see the world these days?
Oh!
You're made!
Nah, not interested right now.
Watch yourselves! There's one of them!
It's slightly confusing though. I don't know what else I can do but give them their medicine and heal them up, you know? Like, what else do you expect me to do? Is there a way of saving every person? Like, the doc, I couldn't... If I'd have killed him, he would have died, but then we wouldn't have lost Dawson, right? It's just not overly clear.
Over there! There's one of them vermin!
Oh. Quite sure there's nowhere I haven't been.
He's mine! I'll take it!
And there's like one person here. Yeah. Neutron Blight. I'm trying to be as good as possible. It's very difficult when people sort of keep dying around you. There he is.
Hello.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you need medical?
Afraid so. In the war.
Throughout history, some diseases have done more damage to armies than any weapon.
You're working at the Pembroke Hospital, aren't you?
Goodbye.
Ice. Who else is ill? Done anemia and fatigue. Let's go have a look. Realistically, I think that is so annoying that I've completely failed those missions. I haven't failed any of the missions except those two, but I wasn't strong enough. Like the one that was with the Asian fella, I wasn't making a hint of damage to him at all. I was smacking him in the face. Absolutely nothing. Need one of those, and need a 6, so we've got plenty of that.
Easy does it, boys! We can deal with this vermin. You're mine, vermin! Over there! There's one of them vermin!
Oh, it did come a different way. Not really in the mood for facing that. See you later, fellas. I just thought I could get back in the theatre now, to be fair. It's about 10 seconds for the stamina bar to fully refill. It's pretty quick. I reckon I should be able to get back in now. Maybe.
It's locked.
Maybe not. Can't get back in there then. Seen in T2 as well. Oh, I never got to meet two people. So annoying. I am a beast. If I was like this yesterday night, I would have been able to take on any of them. But alas, I was not. And I missed out. Didn't think that I'd lose those side quests, really didn't.
It ain't human!
It's very unforgiving, this game.
Trust the leech, boys! Eat this! I hate leeches!
Where's your daughter?
Good evening, Miss Price.
You know you can call.
Do you know Aloysius Dawson?
Everybody knows him. He's only been to my shop once, though, looking for rare books and other intriguing antiques.
Did he buy something from you?
No, he left quickly. He almost laughed at my goods. Mr. Dawson may be a rich man, but you can't buy good manners.
But isn't Aloysius Dawson known for his philanthropy?
That was before his brother Robert died in an aeroplane crash. Since then, the remaining twin has turned into a heartless tycoon.
Yeah, my question is, where's your daughter?
Goodbye for now.
Dr. Reid, I am glad.
Finally, she doesn't go out. Oh. Oh.
Dr. Reid.
Do you need
I'm afraid.
You'll quickly feel better.
Thank you, Dr. Reid.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
We should be far from town already.
All right. But where would we go?
Anywhere. Anywhere that isn't here.
And what is that, by the way?
A safer place? A less strange place?
And where would that be? Life is strange. And we are alive.
For now, yes. But for how long?
If we decided to flee, we should be far from town already.
All right.
But where would we go?
What exactly did I learn there?
Good evening. Tell me more about your strange feelings towards the city.
I would be happy to describe them. But it's too hard to explain with mere words what I'm feeling. It's unclear. Too confused.
Go on, please.
Where should I start? The world is chaos. Men go mad, and nature itself runs roughshod over us all.
This is not the first time mankind has faced a deadly epidemic. Or a war.
Men kill each other, while nature decides to kill them all. I don't know what scares me the most. Do you?
Both can be disastrous. And a combination of the two merely increases their potency.
And what if they were just a sign of worse disasters to come? Something of biblical proportions, I wonder.
How long have you been waiting for this man?
Sometimes I feel as though I've been waiting for him for ages. Perhaps it is my role in life to wait for him. Not a pleasant thought.
It could be dangerous for you, waiting here all night.
That's quite true. But what other choice do we have? We are waiting here until we finally go.
Mr. Baker, I have met many strange people during my life. But you are definitely one of the strangest.
Really? I don't feel particularly odd or weird. All I want to do is leave. What's wrong with that?
Why are you still waiting for this person?
What would be the point of going before meeting the man, as he's going to help us leave?
Pericles, what are you going to do now?
I don't know. Perhaps it's time to leave. Perhaps we should stay a little longer. How can I tell?
And where exactly are you thinking of going?
In a place where I will finally have that feeling, to be where I belong. The world has to be meaningless chaos to make such a heaven plausible.
Very weird.
What can you tell me?
I've heard this is a man who has searched for his place in the world for a long time. I hope he found it.
Goodbye, Mr.
I will buy you, brother.
Hello again.
What can you
You should ask that question to my brother instead.
Tell me, how long have you been waiting here?
I can't say for sure, since I have no watch. But the night is still young, and I am not tired.
Is that the most honest answer you can give me?
Yes, I think so. Why does it irritate you, sir? Is comprehension really that important to you?
I'm a scientist. I try my best to understand things. I know the world has to obey unbreakable rules.
rules. You know, or you want the world to obey such rules.
I know one thing. I do not understand who you are.
And it's better that way. What kind of life would we live if we could summarize a person in a few words or a few lines?
True.
What are you really afraid of, Agamemnon?
The problem is, it's precisely what I don't know that frightens me. So I suppose I can't really answer your question.
If you finally manage to leave London, where do you intend to go?
A happy place, that's for sure. A place where I can smile because I know the next day will be better than the previous one.
Such a place doesn't exist. There are never any guarantees that tomorrow will be a better day.
That would mean I have no hope left. And I just can't accept such a conclusion.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Baker.
What a weird pair. Can you tell me anything about him?
Do you know anything?
Who doesn't know the man? I think he intervened personally to put an end to the police strike of last August.
What else can you tell me about him?
Aloysius Dawson is exactly the kind of powerful and influential man who could commit murder and get away with it. With just one phone call.
Goodbye.
Goodbye,
Where is the young girl? Oh, there she is. No!
It's locked, all right.
I bet I know where it is. No matter what, I am not changing this guy. This guy, it's just not happening. I don't want him as my protege, man. I'll kill Redgrave if I have to. Gotta be his house,
Please,
right?
sir. I can't let you through. I'd head back if I were you. Easy does it, boys. We can deal with this first.
You getting me, boys? Yeah, I knew it would be it. That's kind of creepy. Really see what this other thing is. Yeah, I want to go around a bit more experience. Because it still says there's an option to ask different people. Could ask the mad woman.
Burn it, boys! Die, beast! Lead spotted! Watch out, boys!
It's just like pinpointing that all the time. The butler and my mother. They will know something. I'm sure.
There are rumors of abductions. Yes, Mr. Jonathan?
What can you tell me?
Not much, sir. Mr. Dawson's house used to be a good house, with many servants. I heard he fired them all recently.
Goodbye, Avery. Please.
Of course.
Nothing special from you.
Hello again.
Jonathan!
Goodbye, Mother.
Goodbye, son. Please.
Mother's just a raving mad woman. Bless her. Fresh little cotton socks.
Do you know
He used to be a big spender. One day, he sent 3 houseboys to buy all the beluga in my shop. For his brother's birthday, if I remember correctly.
I see. Anything else? Less gastronomic, perhaps?
I really can't say. The man is filthy rich. But you know that, of course.
Goodbye, Mr. Russell.
I need good dirt on him so I can talk to him and find out about his past and stuff.
Good.
I won't lock.
What can you...
Well, I've discovered he's quite versed in occult knowledge. So I wrote him a letter asking him to finance my research about vampires. He never responded.
Wonder why.
You need...
What if the important information is on those other 2 that I let die? Oh no.
I need to find...
Don't trust him. He's looking for the same thing I was. Rats? No.
She's mad.
I'm...
Yep, I reckon it's the 2 that I let die. Dang it. Didn't even think about that. Well, that came to bite me in the ass real quick.
Hello.
Hello, I remember when Mary came here with her husband.
Right,
What?
Me.
What can you...
I never met the man. I know Clarence tried...
Nothing, guys,
They
nothing.
were always welcome here. But at this hour...
Yeah, whatever, lady. Your wife's a bitch. What max level is?
Go back! Look lively! It's on to us!
Steady, boys, we've got one of them!
Won't be upstairs. How do I get you to come up? Bring up a drop the
I
stairs.
cannot enter.
Let's have a little look what's at that spot now. Now that she's supposedly dead, can we find her body or what? If I hadn't have even bothered looking for it, like maybe she wouldn't have been dead. Oh. 220. Well, that was unfortunate. And that's all there is. A door that's left to the one that we could have talked to, but It was impossible to talk to her when you're not strong enough to fight. Right, time to enter Lucille Dawson's house. And we shall find out what he has to say, and then we shall not turn him. As long as I have the option not to turn him, I ain't turning him. That's my choice, and I'm sticking to it. Yes. Hello.
Good evening, young lady. Have you ever met...
Yes. A very strange man. Not very nice.
What do you mean?
He said he was ready to pay good money for rare books, and then laughed at what we showed him.
Do you need my...
Oh, please, sir. Do not waste your time with me. There is nothing to be worried about.
Don't be shy. It's my duty.
Thank you, sir. Much obliged.
Goodbye.
Welcome, kid.
I am sorry, I can't...
It's not a place for you, sir.
Dun.
Dawson's mansion. Here I am at last. But the question remains.
Ooh,
am I ready to make a dying man my progeny?
No, I'm not. I thought he was in like Southwark where his old gun factory or bullet factory used to be. All this food! Oh, making me hungry.
Reduced in rank for falsely accusing a man of murder.
Right, fancy.
I wonder what Inspector Albright thinks about his punishment.
I could have gone into the room with him, because I probably have to talk to him to like engage in that sort of starting it sort of thing.
It's locked, all right.
You're my protege now. Give me the key to your locker. He said he didn't want to become a vampire.
Finally, you're here, Dr. Reid. What took you so long?
I had to pass several of your barricades and outposts to access your mansion, sir.
Death, pestilence surround us, and time is against me.
I see you've gathered some of the most expensive, albeit experimental blood transfusion equipment available. All this could be so useful in a hospital.
Yes. Since Lord Redgrave sent me a doctor to perform my conversion, I thought you might find some of these devices useful.
Most thoughtful. But tonight I'm not here as a physician.
but I feel reassured that a specialist such as yourself would help me to escape the Reaper.
Very well. But before I proceed, I have a few questions for you.
If you must, but be quick, for I don't have much time left in this life.
First of all, I need to be sure that you know exactly what is going to happen to you, sir.
I can assure you I'm as informed as any man can be. I have planned for this moment, Dr. Reid. Planned very carefully.
I'm the only vampire in the room for now, so please indulge me.
All right, all right. What is it you wish to ask?
What do you know about the Guard of Priwen?
What I do know is that I'll crush anyone or anything that would dare to oppose me.
I will become your maker. Do you understand what that means?
Well, I certainly won't consider you my liege, or some such drivel. You can be assured of that.
Piece of shit.
You'll need to feed on warm blood. Blood from mortals. How do you feel about that?
I'm rich, Dr. Reid, and powerful. I'm sure I'll be able to acquire all the blood I need without ever having to sully my own hands.
Let's move on then.
Please, I'm cold and tired. I feel my life waning with every moment.
But first, before you embrace immortality, what would you do with such a gift?
That's a rather impertinent question, Dr. Reid, and I will do as I please.
Answer me all the same. What will your first action be as an immortal?
To save London. I will finance the most efficient quarantine ever seen. I will build a wall that will separate the sick boroughs from the healthy ones.
Who gave you the right to decide the fate of thousands of people?
My money. My money and my pending immortality gives me the needed authority, Doctor. I'm a businessman. I'm used to tough decisions.
You really plan to build a quarantine wall across London?
Yes, it will be tall and strong, separating the wheat from the chaff.
By doing so, you will also create two separate prisons.
Come, sir. An eminent doctor like yourself knows that such radical measures have proved efficient in the past.
Let me guess. You mean to isolate the rich from the poor?
This is a desperate measure for desperate times. England must prevail, Doctor, no matter the cost.
Quarantine is not a bad idea, medically speaking. But I'm convinced this epidemic will not be contained by mere walls.
As long as the right people are on the right side of the wall, that's all that matters.
But you can't guarantee infection will not spread. Just one contagious carrier would be enough to create an apocalypse.
By right people, you mean the people that aren't infected or the rich people?
We must be strong now.
What if a new outbreak happens inside your walls? You'll have created a giant trap.
That won't happen. As long as we dispose of anyone that is contaminated as soon as they are spotted.
I've heard enough. It's time to proceed.
I'd just say that he died
last.
before I got there.
Right. Do what you have to do. If it hurts, so be it. I've been preparing such a long time for this.
You sacrifice 2,000 XP in the process, I'll make you a vampire. Nah, see you later,
don't
mate.
deserve immortality, Mr. Dawson.
What? What are you prattling on about?
I don't believe I've ever met a man so bereft of empathy. You, sir, are despicable.
No! Wait! You can't! I made a deal with Lord Redgrave. I'll finance whatever he wants. Please, just ask him.
Sleep now. Rest now. Forever.
lived forever. Who are you to decide my fate? Who gave you the authority?
Wonder what that other case was. Can I say it didn't work and it failed, or is Redgrave going to be proper pissed at me? Woohoo! Unless, yeah, I can persuade him that it didn't work and he died. He's just a selfish bastard. When he cared about himself. Oh dear. Oh my god, hello.
Is it done, Dr. Reid?
Oh shit, there he is.
Is Aloysius Dawson reborn as expected?
Alas, Aloysius Dawson was not brought back to life after his death. The man is gone.
What? What happened?
I could not let such a dangerous man become immortal. Not from my blood, not for you.
Giving you the truth, pal. What are you gonna say?
Words. This is betrayal, pure and simple.
What you do, man?
I should kill you on the spot. You swore on William Marshall's blood.
Well, I'm afraid of you.
Get rid of me then.
From now on, you're an outcast. Banished. You are forbidden to ever appear in front of us again. Ascalon will smite you on sight, and your heart will be thrown to the rats.
I'll leave you then. Have fun with your puppets and shadow plays, Lord Redgrave.
Yes, go, traitor, and take that awful creature, that counterfeit of a woman I saw waiting for you, and be gone!
Yeah.
Step away, traitor. Return to your dubious friends and your decrepit hospital. Do not dare show yourself again, you or that monstrosity you bring to my door.
He never liked her from the beginning, did he? Because he's an asshole. And he will die by my hand.
We meet again at the strangest of times, young Ekon. So do you serve the Earl of Bristol now?
Old Bridget. What are you doing here?
Your friend, the wise Ekon. She sent me to warn you.
Warn?
Did anyone see you? It's a long way from the dock sewers, and hunters are patrolling the streets here.
Who said I took the streets? How do you think I survived for centuries in this city without ever being seen? I know all her secrets.
Good, I guess.
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
She came to us in the sewers in search of answers. Just as you did.
What kind of answers did you give her?
I knew nothing of your maker, but we talked. We talked a lot. Her words and ideas are captivating. It is no surprise that you like her. I like her too.
She's mine. Back off.
Lady Ashbury in the sewers? Now that's a sight I wish I'd seen.
She said she was your friend, and that she sought the identity of your maker. So I answered her questions.
Lady Ashbury? You know her? Tell me what's going on.
The lady approached me but a few nights ago, wanting to meet the sewer skulls. Once she questioned Harriet Jones. She agreed to help us.
Harriet Jones is still with you then? How is she doing?
Harriet remains angry, but is recovering slowly. Her mind is twisted, but at least her body is healing.
Tell me what is going on.
The lady asked us to keep an eye on your mortal doctor friend while you were away. We spotted the hunters. They were discussing plans to attack tonight.
Shit.
Wait, slow down. I need to ask you something.
I'm listening, but I do not have time to waste, so be quick.
I could have lied to him. If I'd have lied to Redgrave, he would have seen the bite on his neck for sure.
How did Elizabeth find you?
She presented herself humbly at our gate and asked if we knew of any ancestral vampires hiding in London. She asked about Ascalon. She asked about many things.
What do you think of her?
Her soul is good, yet tainted with a deep sadness and the scars of ancient wounds. Time does that to us immortals, for we have so much to dwell upon.
Why did she come to you?
I am old Bridget, the buried memory of the city. She sought the silent truths, truths I have kept hidden for so long.
Where is Lady Ashbury right now?
She said she will go home. She needed to speak with some old friends first, though. Do not worry, young Ekon. She is no fool, and just as strong as you.
Why do I feel like Lord Redgrave was particularly irritated to see you? Far more so than the average Skull, if I may say.
Because I used to know him quite well. And he is afraid I may remember who he really is.
You're Elizabeth's informant. You're the one who told her about Lord Redgrave's lies regarding his lineage.
Yes, but my words were not meant to hurt or threaten. I simply told the story of the Sewer Skulls, and of so many other forgotten children.
Ah, so he made all of those.
No time to lose, then. I must go there right away.
I shall return to my den. Have you a message for the lady? Should I see her before you?
Tell her I worry about her.
Keep it tame.
For she has had strength and wisdom for so much longer than you.
Just throw yourself on top
Go
of
now
her.
and take courage, Ekon, for the flames are rising.
Right, I'm off. I'm gonna try and go to her house.